This is marketing. Okay, that's the name of the webinar series that we have started. It's a practical, no nonsense webinar. What I mean by that is I do some crazy research, I have some weird observations, I add a little bit of creativity that I have, and there is a whole dash of inspiration for all of you guys. Okay, so I want all of you guys to understand the subject well enough so that you can do it yourself. Okay, or else if you don't know about the subject, at least you'll exit the session by knowing, okay, landing pages exist for this particular reason. That's the main idea. Okay, who am I? I'm Jaljeet Ajani. I run a digital marketing agency called Clarity. I've been running this for the last 3.5 years with my partner Amjad Desai from Abu Dhabi. Now, the whole idea about our agency is we used to work with clients and we used to, talk about it. We are a digital marketing agency, but it took us like some time to kind of understand what exactly are we selling. And one of the main things that we are proud of is we sell things which we know. Okay. We don't try to solve each and every problem. We only solve problems which we are experts of. So that's something which you can keep in mind. Before this session, we had one more session of landing pages, which is uploaded, I think, on our synclarity.in/webinars. In that was a primer to landing pages that explained what exactly is a landing page, who needs it, how is it different from a home page, all of those things. So, Manoj, that particular session is already up on our website. I will send you the link. I will just do a very quick recap so that everyone is on point with what we are going to learn today. So, a landing page is nothing else but it's a single minded page dead set on keeping the promise by an ad, link, or email. Okay. And on getting the visitor to take an action. So, basically, what we are actually talking about when you think of a landing page, it's just one page, one promise, and one action. Okay, there is no if you see your homepage has so many things. Okay? Your homepage talks about you, your homepage talks about your service, your products, and xyz. It talks about your clients also at times, and there are multiple links which take you everywhere throughout the website. This is different in a landing page. In a landing page, it's only page, one promise, one action. Okay, now most of the times landing pages are built to sell something. Now we need to understand selling something is not just simple as I know you, you have come to know about me, and please buy this. That's not selling. Selling is a very complicated process orchestrated over a series of steps. Okay, and that particular thing has to happen in a sequence. I will talk more about this in the later part, but I just want to drop this idea in your head. Selling something is one of the maybe most difficult things in the world. Okay, but it can be done, it can be made simpler with the landing page. And why landing pages are so awesome at selling? Because they work 24/7. They work 365 days a year. Imagine that. If you have a salesman, if you have a sales rep, they cannot do this. They cannot do this 24/7, 365 days. They might take their offs, they might just work for 8 hours. In that 8 hours, also, they might just work for 4 hours, so on and so forth. There is a lot of issue in terms of these things. Now, when can someone create a landing page? Based on my experience, I feel if you know your product or service very well, then you know at which point you need a landing page. Okay, I will try to shed some more light on this as we go along, but that's what I would want you guys to go away with. The main thing is landing pages are your sales rep, digital sales rep. They work 24/7, 365 days a year. Okay, a brief history of landing pages. This is how landing pages used to look way back. Okay, this is one of the, you can say, in 2005, this is one of the first landing pages ever. And it's got, as you can see, it's not beautiful. It does not look nice. It just looks like a PDF. But today, landing pages look like this. This is the landing page for Slack. Similarly, this is the landing page for Zoho. It just has one button, get started for free. That's it. This is the landing page for Netflix. I am sure we all have been on this particular landing page one time in our life, right? Here's the landing page for Amazon Prime. Now, based on how the company understands, its customers, they are creating these journeys or they are creating these landing pages. So let's quickly take a look at the anatomy of a landing page. Microsoft has this particular landing page. Why I'm showing Microsoft is just a brief, you can say, interesting fact. Landing pages were not created anywhere else in a sales organization. They were actually created at Microsoft. The term landing pages was coined by the IT team of Microsoft, okay, way back. Now, that's why I've put up this particular page. If we see this particular page, it has a banner, it has a title, it has a subtitle, and it's got a banner image. That's what a banner is made up of. Why the banner is important? Because attractive banners specify a particular offer or specify something about the company which relates to the customer. So it's very important to have an attractive banner. The second thing is you'll notice there's a copy involved. And the third thing is there is a form. So most of the landing pages follow this structure. They will have a banner, they will have a copy. The copy might be, in various sections, and they will have a form. So this is what an anatomy of a landing page looks like. Now, as Manoj wanted to understand, isn't my homepage a landing page? Now, the real difference between landing page and a website or a homepage is focus. Okay, so imagine this particular street. If you start from point A, which is you can say near this part, the pizza place, okay, and I say walk to the end of this lane, where do you think you will reach? And that is, let's say I name it point B. If I leave you at this part somewhere here, and I say walk into the lane to the end of the lane, can you please answer where will you reach? Will you reach point B? Yes or no? Please message that. Shankara says no. Shankara, the idea is simple. I'm just saying walk from here to the end of the lane. That's it. If I say walk to the end of the lane, will you not reach point B? Basically, the image is selected to showcase a one-way street. You know, it's just a single road which goes from point A to point B. That's it. Whereas if I drop you guys somewhere here and I tell you point A, the for example, this is just a very simple idea. It's just a point A and point B. There's nothing else. I don't want you to look at anything. I just want you to go from one point to another. That's it. Okay. Imagine this. This is a complex network. Now here, if you focus at this car is going straight. Okay, but हो सकता है आगे जाके it might come down on this particular highway and then it might want to go. This is like your homepage or your website. Your website has so many links. Your website will take you to one link will take you to about us. The other link might take you to a gallery. Maybe another link might take you to a contact page. One other link might take you to a case study. So your homepage or your website has so many links, and that is where the confusion can happen. Okay, so this is one very simple example of a landing page and a home page. A landing page is like a one-way street, so you know where to go. There's nothing, there's no confusion. Whereas a website or a homepage is like a highway. You have multiple ways to go here and there everywhere. It's got maybe all this flyover going from one part to another part of the city, some other place. If you want to detour into one other suburb, then you can do that, so on and so forth. So a website is this, and that's where landing pages are very different. Okay, they are hyper focused. So what are the functions of a landing page? Functions of a landing page are, I want to specify my exact offer. Okay, I want to explain my benefits. I want to make a case for why you need it now, and I want to tell you how do you get it now. Okay, so you will see, if you guys must have gone to any landing page for maybe a shopping sale or something, they tell you ki, okay, this is the great Indian Diwali sale. Now that is where they are specifying the exact offer, and they would say ki everything is off at 70% or something. Then they explain you ki what is the benefit. So they might go into the detail like 30 plus 40, 30% off right now, plus 40% cashback. Okay, they are explaining you the offer. Then they explain you the benefits, ki latest designs. They will tell you top brands, all those things. Then they make the case for why you need it now. So it might be a winter sale, it might be a summer sale, so on and so forth. And then they're like, if you want to get 500 rupees in your account, then enter your details. This is how Mintra does their marketing. Okay, Mintra, you would have. I have personally, enrolled for these things to get that 500 rupees discount in my balance, and then I use that while shopping. So this is how a landing page can be used. Okay, so the main idea which is out here, which we need to all think of, is landing pages are built for persuasion. Persuading someone is coaxing them to buy. Okay, telling them ki, okay, this is needed, creating a need for them. You might not be thinking about this thing to buy, but then when you go, you see this awesome discount, so you are now salivating to buy this. Okay, now I want to take you through a practical example, which is for a client, Network Bay. He's a B2B, they are a B2B company. Okay, and the product which they wanted to talk about was a thermal scanner. Now this is during the times of COVID. They came to us and they were like, Jeet, retail has stock, but now retail markets are opening up when the unlock happened. So because the retail markets are opening up, people would want to enter the stores and everything, and that time there should be a thermal scanner so that people can actually feel like be scanned for COVID, and if they pass those tests, then they can enter. If they don't, then they will be sent back. Okay. So the whole idea was, this was a solution which was needed to be shown to people. Now imagine, how do we show this across? And that's where the requirement came. We wanted to capture the leads from the leading stores. Now, this is not something which maybe a small store in Lokhandwala or someone would be able to afford. The main idea over here was we wanted to capture large format retail stores, stores like Shoppers Stop, Pantaloons, okay, Chroma. These are the areas, these are the places where people would actually come in huge numbers. One interesting thing which happens, when the lockdown happened and there was this whole thing where people could not go out to buy. So one of the thing which happens after this kind of a period where people are not allowed to buy something physically, there is a term which is known as revenge shopping. Okay, so the moment an unlock happens, there will be a spike in sales, because till now people have not been buying for a long time. Now they want to go out, they want to spend, they want to buy more stuff, and that is something which is kind of like a more psychological requirement for people to exercise. So, because of these reasons, we wanted to capture these large format retail stores. Now, the whole idea is the solution was new. COVID की वजह से people were all scared. They don't know what is the protocol, what is happening, all those things. So that's where the requirement came कि we wanted to create a landing page which shows our product, which tells them more about the product, okay, which makes them comfortable with this idea, which makes them confident in the brand, which makes them confident in the solution. And that's where we started working towards creating a landing page. So let's see how we help them. I'll show you the exact landing page. So to create landing pages, one of the tools that we use is Unbounce. Okay, there are many such tools which are available for landing pages. There's Unbounce, there is InstaPage. All of these tools are very nice to create a landing page quick. Okay, let's look at this particular tool. So this is the page. You can see the client name. Outform is the international OEM, okay, original equipment manufacturer, who has created this solution. Okay, Network Bay is bringing Outform this product in India. Now we have this particular tagline. We have a banner, and immediately there is a video. As we go here, we see there is the whole thermometer distributed in India by Network Bay, because this particular thing, it looks like this. Okay, it has a iPad over here. It does the scanning and it tells you whether it's safe or not, whether the person is wearing a mask or not. What are the features? The feature is it is touchless. You don't need to touch it. Okay, it's rapid. It's very quick. In a matter of 2 seconds, it tells you whether the person is safe to enter or not. And the thermal imaging has been powered by a Hyman sensor, which is a very big, you can say, infrared technology. So you can see something out here, you can read it. And it is why this is required is it eliminates the need for a dedicated personnel. Okay, it is a cost efficient, reliable alternative. And we have created this get in touch form. Finally, why network bit and about out form. Okay, now this was the solution that we created. Now, how did we reach to this solution? Let's look at that. The first step to create a landing page, you first need to know your audience. Okay. How do you come to know your audience? You first need to answer these questions. Who is the landing page for? Okay. And what is the expectation you want to set for your audience? So, who is the landing page for? In this case, it is for, you can say, large format retail stores and so on and so forth. Okay. What is the expectation you want to set for your audience? Is it a free demo? Is it a 15-minute consult? Is it maybe a downloadable freebie? There can be so many expectations which can be set, but this is what we need to think about. If you see over here, who is the landing page for? It is for admins, store managers, operations team, VP of stores such as Shopper Stop, Pantaloons, Chroma, that is large format retailers. Now, this one thing is so important because, as you know, if there is an admin for a large format retail stores, what you have done is you have removed any confusion from the smaller retail stores which are there. So in the retail market, there are different kinds of stores. There are different kinds of formats. One of them is large format. One other format is the mom and pop store. Mom and pop store is nothing else but आपका आपके area में you will have a stationery shop. That's known as a mom and pop store. Like, it's owned by an individual, basically. That's the idea. Okay. Now, this solution, we don't want to go to them because they will not be able to afford, and they will feel this is so expensive, they don't require it. We want to go in spaces where there will be large crowds. We want to go to places where people are going to buy this and launch this pan India. It's not just one person. Like, we are not just catering to one store. but we are catering to a chain of stores. Okay, Shoppers Stop in Bombay itself, they might be having 10 branches or something. Imagine in all the 10 branches we want this. Okay, so this particular thing means these are decisions or business decisions which are being taken by the corporate part of it. So this sets the tone ki what the language will also be like. Okay, this also sets the tone ki how will I get the people to my landing page. One of the things that we used over here was we used LinkedIn for promoting and diverting traffic to our landing page. The second thing we used as a channel was we used email marketing, and we kind of tried to get people onto the landing page. We did a webinar series, and in that webinar series, whoever attended an episode of Outform, we reached out to them for the landing page. So we had this one thought: we want to go out with people who have the need. We don't want to go out to someone who doesn't even understand the need of this. Now, thanks to COVID, the need was bigger. Okay. Now, what's the expectation you want to set for the audience? The basic expectation is to fill up the form and connect with us. That's it. Because during the whole COVID period, or even right now, people don't know of these solutions and they want to talk to someone who understands this. They want to talk to someone who can explain this in detail. So that's why we had a very simple expectation of fill up the form, contact us. Okay. The second step, that was the first step, guys. That is know thy customer. The second step is how warm is that lead. Okay. Whoever is coming onto my landing page, we need to understand how warm are they. Now, why is this important? This is important because we can then start looking at it from a different perspective. That if I know how warm is the lead, that means how much interest does the lead have. If they have more interest, then they will need less information. Okay. If they have less interest, then they will need more information. So the length of the page, my length of the page, how long my landing page should be, how short the landing page should be, what will be the offer for them, what will be the messaging for them. This all depends on this one question: how warm is the lead? Do you guys understand when I say how warm is the lead? What am I trying to indicate? Please press A if you understand it, and B if you don't. Okay, thanks, guys. So the main thing over here is we need to understand what is the intent to buy. If the intent to buy is strong, we will have a different length, we will have a different offer, we'll have a different messaging. Okay. So, how much information do you need to deliver? That is the length of the landing page. It's dependent on this fact that the lesser they know you or the solution, the lesser they know you, that is your company or the solution, the longer the page should be. Just as simple as that. It's like imagine if you meet someone, as a friend or an acquaintance. If you meet an acquaintance, you will maybe talk to them for a longer period of time on things which get to know you, so that you can call them at any point of time or something. When you come come in touch with new people, you try to figure out whether they are like you try to figure out whether they would understand, whether they you can hang out with them or not or something, right? So what you do is inadvertently we ask certain questions. We ask questions like, hey, what have you done, where have you studied, where did you go to college, and we try to figure out some common factors. So the initial awkwardness is reduced the moment we know, अरे यार ये भी यहाँ का है, मैं भी यहाँ का हूँ. So it's like the lesser you know someone, the more you would ask them questions. Okay. And why we ask questions is because we want to establish a common ground so that we can be comfortable and talk to each other, so that we can spend time with each other. That's what friends do. Similarly, if your customer or if your maybe lead does not know you, then you need to explain to them a lot more about the company to build trust, to build, to give them case studies, to give them examples, to give them, to solve all of their doubts. You need to explain them more. That's why you need a bigger page length. But if you know someone, then what you need to do is just throw in the offer, throw in some images, and that would do the trick. Mintra does this. Shopping, if you imagine, okay, shopping for clothes is a very common thing. We might not know Mintra initially, but the moment they throw some clothes at us, any of these shopping sites, right? They show us some latest design, they show us some latest t-shirts, or maybe some Marvel superheroes wala t-shirt. We feel, wow, I need this. There the question does not come ki, oh, is this company good or something like that. Obviously, you'll check a little bit about the company, whether it looks, you can say, authentic or not. But you don't have so many, you can say, questions, because at the end of the day, you are just purchasing something which is for $500. Okay. But jaise you go up the scale, the sale becomes very nuanced. So you need to understand where your customer is coming from. I will give you a complete explanation for this in the following slides. So moving on ahead, what will you offer the lead? The less they know you, the surprising the offer should be. Okay. To get their attention, you need to surprise them. To get their attention, you need to show them something which they feel, wow, I need to connect with these guys. Okay. This is the solution for all my problems. That is what the buzzword, or that is what the, you can say, zone they should get into when you offer them something. You also need to understand the messaging, whether your messaging needs to be easy to understand so that the person relates to you, or maybe your messaging needs to be jargon centric. Sometimes what happens in B2B sales or B2B companies, if you are talking to the CEO or CXO, they are used to hear certain words. Okay, they want to think about a complex word like customer experience. They want to talk about customer experience as a metric. Now, in a normal day to day, if we talk about customer experience as a metric and all those things, we might not pay attention. It's too jargony for me. But if you want to connect with someone like a CEO or something, maybe you need to know their worldview. You need to know certain words they use. These are known as trigger words, and those trigger words will create a relation. you know the more the senior the person, you need to understand their worldview. How do they look at the world? What are the topics they talk about? I cannot just say, there is an offer, please buy this. That's not going to work. You need to speak their language, you need to walk their talk. Okay. Now this slide is one of the most important slides in this session. Okay. What I'm trying to show over here is, if you see, your customer or your lead can be anywhere in the spectrum. They can be unaware, completely unaware that they need your solution. Okay, which is on the left side out here. They can be problem aware. They don't know about your company, but they know about the problem they are facing. Okay. So this is like unaware is like, imagine I am starting a startup, and I just know I want to build a startup around clothes. Okay, that's my whole idea right now. Now, if I want to build a startup, I'm just focused at startup. I am not focusing on getting customers. Okay, so as I start my startup, I understand, अरे यार मुझे website चाहिए रहेगा. So this becomes, I am aware of the problem कि I need a website. Okay, now, और else I am aware कि मुझे customers नहीं मिल रहे हैं. Okay, Where do customers connect with me? I am trying to connect with them on Instagram, but maybe that is not working. So that's my problem aware state. My solution is I want to, let's create a logo and let's create a website. That's my solution. So I know कि मुझे website चाहिए. Okay, मुझे website चाहिए, but ये वेबसाइट कहाँ से आएगा, ये सॉल्यूशन मुझे नहीं पता. लाइक वेबसाइट अगर मैं बनाने जाता हूँ तो मेरे पास शॉपिफाई का वेबसाइट बना सकता हूँ, मैं वर्डप्रेस पे बना सकता हूँ, मैं वू कॉमर्स पे बना सकता हूँ, विक्स पे बना सकता हूँ, स्क्वायर स्पेस पे बना सकता हूँ. सो आई एम प्रोडक्ट अवेयर ऑल्सो. देर आर दीज ऑप्शंस, but I don't know which one is right for me. And the most aware person is like, I want a Shopify page, I want a Shopify site. That's the most aware customer. Okay. So the way you message to these people changes. If someone is aware, are you all on the page? Are you understanding what I just mentioned about? From unaware, the journey from unaware to most aware. Do you relate to this? Okay, because this is the single most important slide in this presentation, which will make it very simple for you when you think about landing pages. And it's not just related to landing pages, it's related to your marketing copy also. So if someone is unaware, then you need to message them. You cannot message them, you know, here are some sites which I have built. Check out Shopify, it's amazing. See the results people are getting. ये बंदे को तो पता ही नहीं है कि उसको वेबसाइट चाहिए. तो ये अगर आपका मैसेजिंग ये सब पड़ेगा लैंडिंग पेज पे, उसको कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. Okay. Now imagine versus this, if you start talking to them about their worldview, and their worldview is, I want to start a startup for my clothes. So you talk about discover the secrets of these few startups who made it big in fashion. Imagine if you talk about this on your landing page, or this is your messaging, they will pay attention to you. Okay. Then you, so secrets आप बता रहे हो, आप कुछ story बताओगे, story of some startup that made it big. Okay. Then you might want to, so all of this is actually adding to their excitement because they are on their journey to become an entrepreneur. At that point, what is the offer they would be responding to? They would be responding to tips, they would be responding to content. If you can create content that helps them in their journey of being an entrepreneur, some easy content would be, you know quotes from famous fashion entrepreneurs. That will be a good piece of content for him. Interview of some famous entrepreneurs who have made it big in fashion, they would want to look at that. Now imagine another person जो unaware से problem aware state में आ गया. So उनको पता है कि अरे यार मुझे कस्टमर्स नहीं मिल रहे हैं. This is the problem they are facing. So how do you communicate to them? You first tell them, are you facing these issues that you have started your startup, but you are not getting customers? Immediately, this is the pain point they will pay attention to. You should be agitating this. How can you agitate this? You have got a lot of inventory, but you have got no one to sell it to. ये एजिटेशन हो गया. आपने एक प्रॉब्लम पहले स्टेट किया कि आपके पास कस्टमर नहीं है, फिर आप बोलते हो अरे आपके पास इन्वेंट्री पड़ा है और आपके पास कस्टमर नहीं है. फिर आप बोलोगे और एजिटेट करना है तो अभी 2 महीने में तो वेदर चेंज हो जाएगा, फैशन चेंज हो जाएगा. सो आपने और एजिटेट कर दिया और फिर आप सोल्यूशन दो. जब आप सोल्यूशन दोगे कि here's the way you can get more customers online. Okay, and XYZ जो भी आपका रहेगा. Now this can be basically a email course हो सकता है. It can be a quiz also. It can also be a coupon which they can use to buy your product or try your product. Okay. So the mudda over here earlier was aware करना था कि भाई ऐसा कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. जिसको पता है प्रॉब्लम, आप उसको एडुकेट करोगे. Okay, then if they know of the problem and they are aware of the solution and they come up to the whole idea ki, dude, the solution is a website. Now you have to explain to them the benefits of a website. You would talk about things like um, social media like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. These are all third party channels. If Instagram changes their policy, you will lose all your customers. Instagram is continuously changing their algorithms. Your posts are not getting you that you can say boost or that amount of customer inquiries. Now this is where a website comes in. On your website, you hold the power and you create a kind of presentation or an online store which your people will come and enjoy at any given point of time. You can send them emails to come to your website because they have registered on your website. Okay, then you can compare this website versus social media. Then you can show some proof like how a small entrepreneur on Instagram actually started their own website. You can give them case studies. So they are looking for success stories at this point. If you host a webinar like this at this point, they will want to attend it. Then enroll them for a free trial. Now, this is all about winning trust. Okay. Next is product aware. They know there are so many different things, and they are now thinking, okay, Shopify is maybe the solution or something like that. So, but they are not still making that jump. उनको पता है website चाहिए, but something is stopping them. So, if you are talking to these customers who know about the solution but who are not jumping into it, you need to create scarcity for them. You need to evoke a fear of missing out for them. You need to give them guarantee that this will work and this will work because of X, Y, and Z. You can give them maybe money back guarantee. Maybe that is the problem. Okay. So you consult with them, give them a free consultation of 15 minutes, give them a demo, give them a trial, and that will all motivate them to convert, which is the last step. In the last step, it's all about success stories of people who have used your platform. It's about people who are seeing your product. It's about people who are seeing results. It's about people who are now you give them a price discount, you give them a bonus so that you are making the purchase more simpler. Okay. Tell them the price, then discount it. Tell them this would normally go in for 25,000. Okay, but at this moment if they enroll in the next 24 hours, you can give it to these guys for maybe 15,000 or something. उसके ऊपर कुछ बोनस क्या दे सकते हो? Bonus में there is a template series of emails or something, or we will set up the email marketing for you, and then that's how you convert them. Okay. So let's look at this particular example, and I will explain to you why we created what we created out here. Now, obviously, this I'm seeing after a whole year. Right now, if you ask me, I would do this slightly differently, but it's not that, it's not that wrong from my mindset. Now, one of the first things which we wanted to do was in the banner, we wanted to get our messaging very simple. Ki there is a public space, and in that public space we want to put in a peace of mind. So imagine shoppers are there, but वो लोग peaceful रहेंगे. They will not be scared because the main thing with the unlock was it was a scary proposition. Right now also, if you think of it, महाराष्ट्र में, मुंबई में जो cases बढ़ रहे हैं, people are scared now to go out. The government is continuously saying mask pehno, ye karo. Government is saying restrictions on malls and all those things. There might be a second lockdown. So it's a scary place to be in Mumbai right now. Okay. So what we wanted to first tell our you can say people who were coming in. Now the audience who we wanted was a very well-known audience. Okay, well-known audience to the solution. So these guys are problem aware and solution aware also. They saw Network Bay as the company जो इनको solution देगा. Okay, so these guys, we just wanted to give them an idea, a taste of the product more than anything. Okay, so the messaging which we went for is creating peace of mind in public spaces. Now, one tip which I can give you right away is whenever you write copy, try to avoid ing. Okay, very few cases where ing should come. In this place, if I write create a peace of mind in your store for your customers, that will be more effective copy. But we wanted to restrict it. Ye creating peace of mind is like people will say, some copywriters say कि this is an active part, like we are doing it right now, ऐसा लग रहा है. But it's not that. What I want to talk is from a point of authority. So I am saying I believe my solution, and I am saying create a peace of mind in your store for your customers. Okay, so if I was to edit this, let's do that right away so that you can take a look. Unbounce is very simple, and most of these tools which are there for you can say landing pages are similar. Okay, you don't need to you don't need a developer for this. First thing, you can do it yourself, or you can give it to your intern to also do it. Give them some data in terms of maybe a YouTube channel of Unbounce, and you will get the training. Okay, create peace of mind at your store for your customers. या फिर ये in your store for your customers. Now ये तीन लाइन में आ गया, मुझे दो लाइन में चाहिए. How can I do this? So if you see right now, I am just stretching this from left and right both. Okay, we just save it. One second. Okay, republish. Okay, create peace of mind in your store for your customers. The copy can change, but I hope you guys get the ideas. Uh, After telling this important message, we just wanted a sub headline which just said something. If someone is reading, they should get immediately what how we are creating that peace of mind. So आपका जो headline होता है, your sub headline ka function is to simplify it and to explain how are you planning to create a peace of mind. So what we have said is within a matter of 2 seconds, iDisplay thermometer, that is the product, is able to read temperature and alert users and designated associates if they have a fever. This is it. This is the most simplest way in which we wanted to talk about our product. So the question always when you write a headline and आपको sub headline लिखना है, you just need to ask the question, how is this going to happen, and answer it in your sub headline. That's a very easy way to look at these things, and it will make your copy stronger. Now, because we had a nice video, what we did is we immediately said, so we immediately said कि video डाल देना है. Okay, information मुझे वैसे provide करना है because people are tuned to see video. The moment they see a red play button, people feel like hitting it. So, and is ये video, if you see, it's made very nicely. It gives out, it has a nice voiceover and it explains it very thoroughly. Okay. So this way, complete information is being provided. Now, there are people who we know would want to understand how, what is the specification for this particular thing, how they can actually install it, and all those things, right? So we wanted to give them these download tech specs. And normally in a landing page, people will, gate this, people will add a contact form to this. But our only idea over here was कि we want to spread information as much as possible. We want people to come to this page and see these things as much as possible. We want to show them all of our products. So what we did is we have kept it open. We have not kept any, you can say, contact form here, because that was not our main aim. Our main aim was he or she should see all of these things, should see the features, and then directly get in touch. They should tell us what industry they are in. They should tell us are they a reseller or a customer, and they should just give a message, and we will get in touch. Okay. Now this is the focus with which we started creating this landing page. Now I'll show you this same thing in a different framework. What I mean by that is, let's first come back to this part. I hope everyone is clear about how we created that landing page, right? And why we created it the way we did. The next part over here, which is very important, is research. Okay, one of the things which we also did over here is we wanted to talk to people, we wanted to talk to customers. Now, at this point, last year, we didn't have the freedom to talk to their customers, because this was like, we are an agency, we are working for network bay, and then an agency is trying to get in touch with uh, the customer ka customer, which sometimes it's not possible. Okay, it is possible at times, but that time it was not possible. So we didn't get to talk to these guys. So what we did is we did our own research, ki what is happening in international markets, what is happening. And India normally in the retail space, they follow what happens internationally. So we started doing our research internationally kya ho raha hai, and made the whole idea about the touchless, contactless, all those things based on that. We also figured out that these people will want a lot of technical information, like what are the objections they will come up with. One of the objection is कि ये छोटा है, ये बड़ा है, ये power, इसको power कैसे करना है. So that's why we put the tech specs वहाँ पे easily accessible. We didn't even ask them for their contact details. Okay. And then if you see why is your solution important, we didn't have to stress much, because already there was the pandemic which has accelerated everything. So we didn't need to do a lot over there. So what really do your customers want now? In network based case, markets were about to open, and a lot of scare was there with retail as COVID passes through touch. So retail mein, this was very important solution. The market landscape was pandemic chal raha tha, people were afraid, and there were a lot of protocols to be followed. Why is your solution important? Shopping is trust based. When you go to a shop, you are trusting that shop for your safety, so you go into it and all those things. Second, lockdown has affected people's mindset. People don't really understand ki what to do, and you know people are now become little more angered also, short tempered also. At the same time, safety के बारे में हर एक का अलग theory है. So in all of these things, we need to make them feel safe and secure and follow proper protocols. So that was the main idea for our solution. The fourth thing, which is copywriting and structure. This is the last step of your landing page creation, which should be followed. If you have followed step one, two, three perfectly, this will be easy. Okay. And I will give you two ways which will make it more easy. One of the framework. Now, so copywriting is all about frameworks. Structure is also all about frameworks. Frameworks are nothing else but they are well established mental models through which if you present an idea, people will be able to digest that idea easily. Okay, ये एक तरीका है जिस तरीके के थ्रू इफ यू टॉक या फिर आप अगर अपना सॉल्यूशन या प्रस्ताव रखते हैं सामने, तो सामने वाले को वो अच्छा लगेगा या फिर वो एटलीस्ट सुनेगा एंड देन डिसाइड करेगा कि दे वांट इट और नो. दैट इज व्हाट फ्रेमवर्क्स कैन डू फॉर यू. ओके, all of you can say most of people use frameworks knowingly unknowingly. Here I am shedding light कि ये framework है. Two famous frameworks which are helpful or very which respond well with people are ida and pass. Ida is attention, information, desire and action. Okay, attention, that is, you first get the attention of the people, then you have got their attention, you give them information. As you give them information, next step would be to increase their desire. Okay, and the last part is help them take action. Okay, so this is ida. Now I will take you through this particular page. Immediately the attention comes always in a landing page from the banner. Now over here what we have done is we have used a very simple banner. Image use नहीं किया क्योंकि वीडियो था यहाँ पे नीचे. So we wanted to keep the messaging very simple and straightforward, which is create peace of mind in your store for your customers. So the moment, and you need to understand, कोई random बंदा नहीं आ रहा है यहाँ पे. We are doing email marketing. Okay, sending an email to maybe a VP of Shoppers Shop and telling him, if you want to discover the latest solution to establish peace for your store and for your customer, click here. So the person has read that line and then clicked it. So when he comes here, they are like, okay, this is more about creating peace of mind for my customer. Okay, let's see this. So attention उस तरीके से आया. Then information, we have passed on all the information in a video format. Okay, so once a person has got, we have caught the attention, now he is responding to the information part. We have given the information in a quick easy video which is just less than 2 minutes. Then we start saying, dude, desire, these are the features. It's touchless, it's got a rapid response, it has thermal imaging, it will help you save money. Okay, save time, save money are benefits which always need to be there in whatever you do. Okay, in anything, if you are a designer, if you are a web developer, if you are maybe a startup owner, if you are selling clothes, if you are selling perfume, it's all about saving time and money. Okay, so हर saving time and money ये एक core बना लो आपके product का and try to show how you are saving time and money. Okay, then get in touch. This is the form. We wanted details. Now usually if possible just keep 4 fields. Why we kept all these fields? Because we were sending it to people who already knew us, so they wouldn't mind filling their details. That was the idea. And lastly, we are just talking about who we are, who Outform is, and that's it. Okay, so this is how attention, information, desire, and action get in touch. So this is the format through which we have done this landing page. There is another format which I have written, which is PAS. PAS is a format which is problem, agitate, solve. ये मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बताया था. Basically, कोई भी बंदा है या बंदी है who are doing something, they must be facing some problem in their life because of which they are, because of which they should look at you as a solution or look at your service or product as a solution. So if you know what their problem is, you need to first state their problem. The problem example in this case, if I was to approach this particular area only in a problem agitate solution, how I would do it is I would ask confused about the lockdown protocols. You're confused about the unlock protocols. So which was there with every retailer at that time. Okay. Then I would say what exactly are they confused about? So I would talk about it from a different standpoint in the sense I would talk about agitation. So I would say COVID passes through touch. Imagine your store. You have so many of varieties of clothes and everything. How many people you will have daily footfall of so many people? How will you track all these people? How will you maintain a sense of safety in your store? So I am agitating the problem. पहले मैंने बोला कि भाई तू कंफ्यूज है, उसके बाद मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि भाई तू कंफ्यूज है, बट तू सोच ये सब प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में तूने सोचा भी है क्या? लोग ट्रायल रूम में जाएंगे, लोग जो है 10 कपड़े एक साथ टच करके ट्रायल रूम जाएंगे. They will try those you can say clothes and they will leave it there. Some people might come out and hang it on the hangers again. How will you track all of this? This is me agitating the problem. And then I say, don't worry. Here's the most simplest way to ensure safety and peace of mind in your store for yourself and your customers. Then I will show them this video. This is the solution part. So I can completely change the structure of my page, and using something like Unbounce, I'll show you. 1 second. Let's just go back. We can do this very quickly. Like we can even, why I'm saying use tools like Unbounce versus you can say develop these pages on your website, because you can do changes rapidly. Okay, what I will do is, 1 second, one of the things which you can try out. 1 second. So I'm first unpublishing the page. Okay, now over here if I come, I have this option of creating a new page from variant. So what this means is ये जो पेज था उसका ही मैं एक डुप्लीकेट बना रहा हूँ, एंड व्हाट दैट डुप्लीकेट इज फास्ट फॉर्मेट से मुझे नेटवर्क बे का पेज बनाना है. So I can literally duplicate and change my structure of the page immediately. I think this is something else. Let's edit and check. So immediately now this is, if you see PAS network bay, I can actually create a page completely flipped, okay, by putting in the problem first. So I will change this. I will say confused about unlock protocols. And as you move these things around, you will get these guides, so that आपका जो भी ये center में रखना है चीजों को वो आप रख सकते हो. Okay. So I want to talk about confused about unlock protocols. Then what I want to do is I want to agitate. So I want to use this section जो यहाँ पे यूज हुआ है इस तरीके से, मुझे ये यूज करना है एजिटेट करने के लिए. Okay. So let's see how we can do this. So if you see on the left side, I have all this entire page as it is, but in text format. And this shows me basically everything in layers. So this is my header. So if I just was to hide my header, okay, I can figure out कि मेरा header क्या है. मेरा header ये blue section है. Similarly, section 4 ये वाला section है. Now, what I want to actually do is ये जो section था download का वो मुझे hide कर देना था. तो मैंने I have just hidden this for now. Okay, because I don't want to give them the tech specs at that point. I just want to do problem agitate solve. I also want to do one more thing, that is, if you see this features section, ये features मुझे ऊपर लेके जाना है यहाँ पे. So let's see if we can do this. So I'm offing the video, and as you can see, features has basically now come up. Now here I want to do the agitation. Okay, this was actually the solution, but I want to do the agitation part over here. So confused about unlock protocols within a matter, blah blah blah. Then I want to talk about, have you thought of these issues? Okay, and then here I would say, how will people be scanned? Okay, and if I want to just put in a bunch of questions, so what I am doing is, I don't want to be a crybaby giving them a lot of questions to think about, because that will not have a good effect. I want to just talk about few things and then move out. So I will use a bullet point, because bullet points are good for these kind of things when people don't need to be, persuaded in a more extreme way. You can use bullet points because it helps them to understand and gather their thoughts. So how will people be scanned? uh, how will you track the clothes, the trial clothes? What will happen when someone does not wear a mask? Okay, how will what will happen is still not a great question if you ask me. How is a better question, because how में क्या हो रहा है, you are giving them a vision कि ये कैसे ये चीज होगा. How will you track, how will you detect uh, if people are wearing masks? How will you ensure social distancing? So these are all important things, important questions which we need to talk about. Okay, and then एक final एक what question देते हैं. What will you do if someone is infected? Okay, and then maybe from your team. So I'm not thinking about all this क्या बोलते हैं, text, in terms of I can modify the text over here. If you see यहाँ पे, I can come and I can make all this clear, but I'm not worried about that utna at this moment. This thing I don't like, so I'll just extend this. Okay, yeah, okay. This last question. I am removing that. And this is it. Have you thought of these issues? And then I will copy this guy. Okay. So if I want to copy this guy, this is the text. Okay. What I do is, one second, I insert one more text box over here. So if you see, there is copy and there is paste. So the moment I paste, I get this. And I put this text over here. Okay. Again, just move this around so you can get the center. But this has to be in alignment with this guy. So मैं यहाँ पे देख रहा हूँ. And then don't stress. यानी किसी को इतना टेंशन दे रहे हो, आपको सोल्यूशन भी देना आपका जिम्मेदारी है. We got you. Okay, don't stress. We got you. एक सेक्शन में ऑन कर रहा हूँ just to get the video part once. ये ऑफ किया. एक सेकेंड. And I will come over here somewhere and I'll just paste this, and this guy, we got the video out here now. Okay, now what we can do is we can actually put the video. एक second. I will delete this for now. What I will do is go to the section, click on video, copy only the video, and come to this guy and paste it. Okay, so I have got my video out here. And after don't stress, my solution, I want to position the video as the solution over here, right? So this way I can actually figure this out. I can, if I want, I can just delete these guys at this moment because I don't need them at this moment. What I want to do is I want to show this guy the video, and I want to ask him to get in touch with us. Okay. ये यहाँ से थोड़ा ऊपर ले लीजिए, थोड़ा सा डिस्टेंस, स्लाइड डिस्टेंस यहाँ से. Okay. We'll just save this and we'll later preview. Okay. Okay. So confused about unlock protocols. Okay. Have you thought of these issues? And don't stress, we got you. So the moment, क्योंकि आपने उनको इतना टेंशन यहाँ पे दे दिया है कि immediately when they see the solution, they want to know how do I get this. So immediately you go and ask them to fill the form. You know, If you want, obviously, now this again needs to be sent. This is a shorter landing page. It needs to be sent to people who know you, who know what you are into, and that's when this will work. Okay. You can further add some amount of persuasion. Okay. How you can do that? You can put in an offer. He get a free demo within the next if you register with the next 2 hours or something, we'll give you free consultation. We'll give you you can say a free demo. We'll give you a demo on site. We will if you order this before the end of this month, then there is a secret discount which we can offer to you because it's end of the year. There is you can also put in some trust by showing some social proof, you know, clients who you have worked with. That would be a great social proof. Show their icons. That would give them more clarity. Okay, these guys are big names. Obviously this company who is maybe a new company, but still I can trust them because they have worked with big clients. Give them some stats, give them some guarantee, you know. So then that's how people get, you know, trust with your expertise, with your solution, with your company. So that's how I think that's all which I wanted to share with you guys about landing page कि किस तरीके से ये कर सकते हैं. If there are any questions, I'm open to getting questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out with them. I hope the session was helpful for you guys. If it was helpful, please let me know by sending me a yes. If it was not up to the mark, then let me know by giving me a no, but also giving me an you can say understanding or your explanation what you thought was missing from this. Okay, that would really help me to improve. Awesome. Glad you guys are finding it useful. If you guys have any questions, I would be more than happy to solve these right now. If you guys have questions and you want to talk, let me know. I will please just raise your hand and then we can talk also on this. Awesome, Nia. Glad you liked it. Glad you guys found it useful. Shankara has put his hands up. Yeah, Shankara.
My question, the reason I asked the question in the first slide, when you said I'll leave you at point A and ask you to go to point B,
Right.
is that you did not give me a destination on point B. What should I look out for? You just said go to point B. So that was the
So
main reason.
yeah. I understand, but the whole idea was very simple. Ki if I say, let's say, if I give you a destination like um, maybe if I'm at Andheri station, okay, and I tell you ki meet me at the McDonald's at Andheri station West.
I'm sorry, your voice broke up. I couldn't hear you. Can you
Yeah,
repeat?
I'm saying if I'm at Andheri station and I tell you ki meet me at Andheri station West McDonald's, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
you're bound to be there at a particular time when I ask you to,
Okay.
right? Now the problem is, but क्या हो गया अभी अंधेरी स्टेशन वेस्ट पे आप देखोगे दो मैकडॉनल्ड्स हैं.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of uh, trouble with network. I'm barely able to hear you.
Now are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, it's better now.
Yeah. So I was saying कि at
Yeah,
Andheri
you
station
want me to meet
west,
you at the Andheri McDonald's, right?
right? So that is a destination. So
So
when
I
I
have a
said,
starting point of whether I'll be. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead. You were saying,
Just a second. Hello.
yeah, I
Hello,
can
Jeet.
hear you. I can hear you. I
Jaljeet.
can hear you. Yeah.
Jaljeet, I'm not sure why a lot of trouble. The voice is breaking up now.
Actually, I can hear you. I think at your side there is a issue with the network because your voice is disappearing.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. You give me a destination of point B where I reach you and meet, right?
Right.
But in the picture, you explained at the start. My question, the reason was you asked me to go point B at the end of the lane. You did not
Right.
give me something that I need to look out for. Either meet someone or meet at a shop, go look at a shop. That was the main reason of pointing that no destination for me. It's just a line that to go and be a point B. But what will I see at point B?
Yeah, but
So that
that's
was
what
the
I'm
reason
trying
for the
to.
question.
I understand, but my example was very straightforward. कि आपको सिर्फ बोला point A से point B तक जाना है. That's it. I didn't want to add certain
हाँ
things. कि
लेकिन
you have
पॉइंट
to
में कुछ
look
तो
at
रहना है
this.
जो मेरे काम रहेगा वहां पे
Yeah, but the
कि आपको
example
मिलना है, आप
was
पॉइंट बी खड़े हो या पॉइंट बी में का बड़ी चीज है जो करनी है तो आई हैव सम टू वर्क ऑन लाइक एक्सप्लेन द
hmm,
एडा प्रोसीजर इन द फॉलोइंग स्लाइड दैट वी
right,
वेंट थ्रू
right.
you explained everything in detail, okay, but I do not know. I have as a customer, if you ask me as a customer, if I see you are just saying मुझे यहाँ से वहाँ पे चले जाओ लेकिन वहाँ पे कभी करना क्या आपको मिलना है so I don't have something to do. Go
नहीं, but
just go there,
that's what
the customer I
that's
give
what
मेरा touch कर रहा है.
नहीं नहीं
If
that's
you
what I am
understand
saying.
what I mean,
I
because
understand
I
your
don't
point.
have some to do at hand there.
नहीं, I understand your point, but I am saying you are just complicating a very simple example. My example over there was not to explain to you anything in detail. My example was कि landing page is a one-way street.
Simple example is just go there. But when you ask a customer to go something, when you told about raising awareness, making problem aware, solution aware, and this procedure of someone, I
Right.
don't know. I'm just an unaware stage. I don't know what to at point B.
That's okay, but that's why I tackled
I
that
go
at the
there, but what
later
should I
part
do
of it.
there? Will be the first question.
No, I think you were getting too much into detail. At that point, my whole intention was just to tell you a landing page is a one-way
I'm
street.
so sorry. I'm so sorry for breaking up.
Yeah,
I'm really completely outside where I have network.
yeah. I'm saying my whole point over there was just
I'll connect you. I'll just drop you an email with question. Will that be okay?
that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Thank you. Okay, guys. Anyone else? I think Raju, don't worry if you have missed this because we will be uploading all our webinars on singularity.in/webinars. So you can actually go and see this online. Okay. If you see right now, if I were to go at that particular site, one second. Okay. So if you go at this particular site, singularity.in/webinars, then you will actually see landing page creation का first part भी है. Okay, so by I think Wednesday or something, this part will also be up, and there are actually tons of topics out there which are all related to landing pages as well as creating content, marketing, social media, so on and so forth. So it's a crazy amount of content that we have managed to upload out there. So it would be great for all of you to check it out. Uh, Yukta Unbounce is not free to use. However, the pricing plans are very affordable. It starts, I think, somewhere around $30 to $40, maybe per month or something. So, what I would suggest is you can start off with a free trial, which most of these SaaS platforms have, and then you can just see if it works for you. So, if you see out here, there is a free trial, and the pricing also, yeah, it's $80 per month. Okay. If this is something which you find expensive, then you can try out Insta page. Okay. And this is also a good solution which is out there. Insta page is expensive. I didn't know that. So Instapage is there, but this is again a little more expensive. I'll tell you some other solutions. Maybe I will email you guys other solutions which are more, you can say, affordable. What I would also recommend, this is one tip which I can tell you. If you go to appsumo.com, okay, here you will get a lot of deals for landing pages and you can say these kind of softwares. So these guys basically sometimes they give you crazy deals which are related to maybe getting a lifetime access for maybe a one time fee of 49 or something. So if you see right now over here, swipe pages, this is also a landing page solution. What they are doing is the lifetime offer has ended right now for swipe pages, but if you buy this for 149 dollars, you will get this for 1 year. Okay, so if you see what Insta page was doing is $190 for a month, you have $149 for a year. So and that effectively would be what, 149 divided by 12. So it's just $12 a month, which is crazy if you come to think of it. So check out appsumo.com and you will get a lot of these freebies out there. Okay. Uh, Devyani is asking about creating a landing page for a travel company. Yeah. So Devyani, what I would say is instead of creating a landing page for, like, how I want you to think about this is create landing pages for some some of your tours and destination. Okay, so one destination per landing page. That's how, so you can showcase the entire experience out there. So right now, let's say this is maybe summer has come and people might want to travel to Goa or something like that. Then what you can do is imagine a Goa page. Imagine having an awareness in, okay, Andaman is a great place. So if Andaman is the page, so you can have a landing page and you can say dive into Andaman. Okay, you can then start talking about all the things which they will be doing, which are the places they will be going to, that Kalapani place, they will be going to all the different islands out there, they will be doing snorkeling, they will be maybe eating some delicacies out there. So that's your information. Okay, the decision is where you give them a crazy offer. So you give them an offer which is like, if you buy this, then you will get 25% off in your next tour or something. Or else right now, if you are giving breakfast free, stay free, I don't know. Or, so mix and match those things in the decision part of it. And finally, you give them the button to just add their CTA, and that's it. So that's a normal way in which you can actually plan your landing page for your travel company. So destination tours is what I would think about, and one destination per landing page, how I would think about it. Awesome. So, guys, with this, more or less, we come to the end of this. I can see maybe there is a question. So, Amay is saying, is landing page viable in case of my company providing services like website development? Amay, you need to have a landing page. Basically, if you understood today's session, right? I'll go to one slide. If you guys can see this slide, which I was saying, this is the most important slide of the entire presentation. So, Amay, in this case, imagine if you have not a one, but five landing pages. Okay. And this is how I want you guys to think about your business. If you have five landing pages at this point, one is for the unaware customers, people who are thinking they want to start their business. Okay, that's the unaware customer, Amay, who thinks they want to start their business. Now, why they are unaware? Because they know they want to start a business, but they don't know they will require a website. So you can create a page which talks about the secrets of running a business in 2021. Okay, and showcase why it's so important to have a website today. Then you create a problem aware stage का एक अलग से page, and this is for the people who kind of know ki they are into a business and they might need a website, but they are still not making that jump. So these are people who want a website, but they don't know ki by, yeah, but they are facing a problem. So their problem might be they are not able to capture leads. Now, if they are not able to capture leads, high chances they don't have a website. So why they should have a website? So their problem is they are not able to capture leads online, or they don't know how to promote their business online. So you talk about that and create a landing page for that. Then you create a landing page for those people who know they want a website. Okay. Then over there you compare different solutions why they should. So if your expertise, Amay, is maybe WordPress, okay, or PHP, example दे रहा हूँ, तो अगर आपका PHP का स्ट्रेंथ है तो आप PHP के ही कस्टमर्स लेना चाहोगे. You might not want to entertain WordPress customers, so you do a comparison between WordPress and PHP. Tell me why PHP is more stable. Tell me why PHP is more recommended. Tell me what has it helped your customers in. Okay. Then, so this is the solution aware page. Then create a product aware page, and product aware page is for people who want to get into, who want a website and they want a PHP website and they want it right now. So you give them a 15-minute consultation on that page and you tell them, okay, let's do it. Give them some offers or something so that they can do it. And then finally, most aware people who say, okay, it's not just I need a website, I need a PHP website, you convinced me, and do you have an offer right now for me if I enroll for your website development services? So that's the most aware wala landing page. So this is why, and imagine running ads on social media for all these 5 different audience types and trying to get people land on this landing page. And that's why, Amay, I hope you understand why it is required for you also to have a landing page in this sales, right? Awesome. So guys, with this I think we have had another crazy session. Extremely I'm thankful to all of you guys to stay on for so long. In case if there is any confusion or anything, you can easily reach out to me at Jeet Ajani on Instagram. Okay, Jeet at singularity.in. That's my email ID, and Jaljeet Ajani on LinkedIn. Cheers for now. Guys, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend and enjoy yourself.